Hi, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos Thursday night. I still call it a show, but all of my friends refer to this as a podcast now. So apparently the vernacular has changed. But welcome into the Thursday night podcast show where I hang out with three of my friends every week, old faces, new faces. You'll get to see all kinds of people on here. We're here every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. And with me tonight, I have Todd, who I met through Liz Perfectly, my friend Kelly, who I do tons in Maine with, and Brendan, who I met at FlipCon or
I think it was FlipCon. Pretty sure it's FlipCon.
What's Vicky's called?
Oh, Reseller.
We met there. We've met in a lot of places. But I will let them take a second to introduce themselves to you.
And I'm first, you said, right?
Yeah, you're in the hot seat.
On the clock, yeah.
All right. My name is Todd. I am known in the reseller world and Liz Perfectly world as the curator of thrift. That's why it's on there. I've been reselling for 26 years, since 99. I'm an everything seller. As you can see, I have a lot of cassette CDs, stuff like that, but I also need to do a lot more clothing because I have a lot of it.
Do you have to or you want to?
No, I need to. I have so much of it out in my garage that because I used to commute all over the Bay Area for work, and I'd pick stuff up at all the thrift stores everywhere and just sit on it, only list stuff that I needed to cover it. Right. And then I sat on it, and then now that I'm full time, I'm like, I got all this crap I got to do.
It's like start with a remotes and plush, trying to get rid of it. Don't want to deal with it.
So it's fun. I love doing it. I just got tired of working for people telling me what to do.
I hear that.
But yet I had to go fix everybody else's mistakes. So it is what it is.
Now you get to fix your own mistakes.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kelly. I'm with the Artful Journey. And I, like Todd, I'm kind of old school. I've been around for 22 years on eBay and added platforms as they come along, most recently live. And I don't sell everything. I do sell in about 4 broad categories. So sometimes it feels like everything. But I'm always looking to learn new subjects and new products. So I'm always interested in learning what other people are selling too.
And my mic was on mute. I'm Brendan, Big Time Flips. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I sell just about everything except like glass and stuff like that. I'm trying to niche down, but it's not really working out. So I'm still an everything seller. And I sell on mainly, I sell everywhere, but main ones are I sell eBay and Etsy. The main ones.
I'm going to introduce myself in case somebody followed one of you over here and doesn't know who I am. I should also preface this. You guys might recognize Brendan. He was one of the first people I had on when I came back to YouTube at the beginning of the year. Nice. And like halfway through the podcast, he lost his power.
Yeah.
So I immediately contacted him. I'm like, oh, man, you didn't get to do the whole show. Do you want to come back on? So here he is.
When that happened, I thought you were going to think like I bailed out. And I was like, man, I got to message her right away.
But he didn't want people to tell people that he eats pancakes drunk with me at 4 a.m. in Vegas. But
no, yeah, exactly. It's all right.
It was our secret.
Worth it.
Anyway, I'm Star. I'm the baby. What do you say?
I said not anymore.
Not anymore. I'm Star. I guess I'm the baby here. I've been selling since 2017. I kind of took over my boyfriend's business when I got hurt at work and became disabled. And then we built it together and we ran it together for 5 years here, Florida, and back here in Pittsburgh. And then he got an offer for a job as an accountant and left me. He still does my shipping with me, but he never really liked it. He did collectibles. And when I took over, I went to the bins and built it into this clothing and plush extravaganza. And though it paid the bills, he never really liked it. So he's happy now, and I have someone to do my taxes.
There you go. Can't beat that.
And I sell the pack mule. I mean, what more could you want from life? Mm-hmm. I sell a little bit of everything, everywhere. And we have a bunch of folks in the chat already. So if you have questions, put them in. Ask. We've got people here with all kinds of expertise and experience and items they sell. And we are here to answer your questions. I'm going to start with an easy one. What's your favorite platform to sell on?
For me, it's eBay because that's where I started. And I didn't start cross posting until LP suckered me in, and I never left. So I do Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari, even though it's dead, and Whatnot stale listings, even though it's pretty quiet there too.
Has Mercari ever been alive?
Not for me. I don't think I made
Yeah.
$200 on there in 2 years.
Yeah,
So
For me, I think through history, I think my favorite is eBay. I know it. I'm pretty comfortable with it, and I've been doing it for so long, and it's also produced the most for me. It's still my number one platform. I actually find that I'm really enjoying Whatnot. It has become my number 2 platform very quickly. Although, like we said, Mercari, it's not hard to leapfrog that one. But I'm still kind of in the grind on Whatnot. I'm not really getting sales yet, but I enjoy the process. And hi, Crystal. And I enjoy, I like the speed of it. I like the setup, not having to do the photography and everything. So I'm really liking Whatnot. I just want to get to a place where I'm feeling that it's equal to the other platforms.
For me, it's Etsy, just because like people buy it with no questions asked, full price. I barely ever had. I've maybe had like 5 returns ever on there. It's just easy. Like,
yeah,
I ship it up, I send it out, and I never hear back from the people again. That's how I like it.
So my favorite is also Etsy for many of the same reasons. I don't have to barter. I don't have to counter offer. I don't deal with anything. They just buy it. They buy it for a lot more than they buy it elsewhere as well. And I do really well over there. I will say, though, that my Etsy will go quiet for 4 days. And then she wakes up and I get 10 sales in like 2 hours, like ding, 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 ding. And then it'll be quiet for a couple days. And then she'll wake up and I'll get 10 in 2 days in a row. It like comes in spurts with Etsy. But I think I figured it out. It's related to my activity. So I can only cross post on Etsy when I have things that are vintage. Right. So if I just spent 2 days listing modern swimsuits on eBay, I'm not going to have anything to move over, right? But then when I spend a couple of days working on jewelry, now I have all this jewelry, and I think that's when it happens. So I think Etsy, this leads into why it's also my favorite. It has the best correlation between work put in and sales seen. It's almost immediate. Like you can put in a ton of work on eBay and it takes a couple days to catch up.
Yeah. Like the slot machine.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Working and you're immediately seeing more sales. It rewards you instantly almost.
Mm-hmm.
So I do really like Etsy.
That's me. That would be me.
I figured. I mean, I don't think anyone else in here.
Anybody that is for me here only came to insult me. That's it.
Oh, we have our first question.
That's my daughter, actually.
This one is? Or the one that called you a convict?
No, this one right here is the one that...
So we have to talk later. I watch a lot of true crime, and I can help you get away with stuff. Probably shouldn't say that on live, but hey.
Well, that's too late now. You already said it.
Too late.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How much has a customer spent on one product and or shipping? Todd.
The customer, it's been rare for me. I mean, in all the years that I've been doing it for eBay, I don't have a whole lot of it's like very rare for me. I don't know why. My biggest issue was years ago. A guy from South Africa bought a car from me, die-cast car for $200 and never got it. But it's like, dude, I can't fix that problem. But that was, it was like 15 plus years ago. So it's not too bad.
I don't know that you understood the question. Your answer doesn't match. Your answer doesn't matter. How much has one person spent on buying something from you and or the shipping?
One product.
Oh, what's the highest? I sold a base amp head for a PD F800B, I think it was, for $900.
Oh, wow.
And I shipped it to a guy who's just a collector in Hawaii, and he was happy to get it.
That's why it's in Hawaii.
Yeah.
No.
They eat a lot of spam.
That was the highest price. I got something now I'm trying to sell that I cannot seem to sell. It was my wife's uncle's Olympic police uniform for the 2002 Winter Olympics, and I cannot sell that thing for nothing. And it was handed to him by the Vice President of the United States.
Wow.
And I can't move it.
You don't have it on. So you don't have Etsy, right?
I have Etsy. I have it on there. I have it on.
You have it on there.
I have it on Etsy, and I have it on eBay, and have the whole thing about where it's, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to give me a picture of him being handed it, and it's going to go to whoever buys it so that they can put it with it.
Yeah. What a crazy niche item though. Like
it's the full outfit. I mean, the pants, the vest, the jacket, the hat. Only missing is the shoes.
How much do you have it listed for?
I have it up for 2,500 or best offer, but
okay. And
I have it on there. It's just a price. That's what I tell it. Put it at the bottom. It's just a price. Throw an offer at me, but I cannot get an offer on it.
$6 free shipping.
Yeah, that's probably all they were willing to pay. Dick
like
Cheney
2000
was the vice president is what Silver Hair wanted. He had a question.
I was going to say, you said 2002, right?
2002, yeah.
Because I had already looked it up.
Died, and I thought possibly that with him passing, it would have sold.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's weird. All right, Kelly, how about you?
Well, the most spent on a product is also I think my greatest flip. I spent $8 on a CC Filson wool vest, men's wool vest, and I sold it for $250. Nice. So I was very pleased with that. I like Todd. I started high just to see, throw something and see what catches, and someone just bought it outright. I was very happy. Recently, that was a couple years ago though. Recently, I sold a set of 5 Barbies in the box. They were like a festival collection of Barbies to Germany or Finland, one of those, on Etsy, and it was a little over $200 total because it was $60 in shipping. So that kind of goes with that too. It was a $200 purchase, but like 140 of it was, or 130 of it was the product, and then they paid a lot to ship it over there.
Wow.
I have that.
They didn't even offer or negotiate or anything. They just paid it and sent it.
That's what I like to see.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think I've said it before on here. I got a sewing kit. It was maybe this big. I bought a bunch of them at a tent sale, and I got it for $5, and I sold it for $950.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow,
that's crazy.
What made it unique? What was unique about it?
Because they were all vintage. They were all from the 50s, and they were Singer.
Wow,
so
that's awesome.
And it was just something that I guess it wasn't made a lot, but yeah.
That's
I was $5 is not a bad flip.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say I have people on Etsy, especially they'll pay more for the shipping than they will for the item.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Etsy is the one that I sell the most international.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
So my most money sale was a $500 5 Nights at Freddy's stuffed animal. It was the big Bonnie that had the silver teeth, and I was in $1 on that. I used to, probably $2. I used to pay a friend. She would go to the bins. She loved to source, but she hated to sell plush. So she would go to the bins and dig out the plush, and I would just pay her double what she paid. And then she would come out this way every once in a while, and I would meet her in the parking lot and get them all from her.
You make it sound shady, like you're meeting a dark's place and
we'd meet in the
parking lot, and it's just plush.
Well, once she came to a List Perfectly event, and we exchanged in the garage of the hotel. But
trunk, come over, see what's in my trunk.
Yeah, I got the gut. Come on.
But yeah, I got the 5 Nights at Freddy's stuffed animal. I mean, it went for $500. I had Polaroid cameras that didn't even sell for that much. And then the most money, I can't think of one particular thing, but like everyone said, it's Etsy. People forever buy my stuffed animals on there and then pay double or more for shipping. Yeah. They really like Disney animals and Disney characters overseas. They really like Disney. And they'll be like, hey, it's a $15 Minnie Mouse. Sure, I'll pay $80 to ship it.
Well, and I'm sure you know this, but overseas, the look and images and the colors of the Disney characters are different than they are in this country. So if they are true collectors, they are collecting imported Disney characters. And yeah, it absolutely makes sense.
Like what color or what countries did it look different in? Because I didn't know that.
If you look up like Australian or Japan, especially vintage, like vintage food, vintage some of that. Yeah, look at the lookbooks, Disney lookbooks, and go back several decades, and you'll see. And Disney's very specific about the way that those things are supposed to look, to the point of legality. So, you know, if you are a true collector, then you are looking for those specific things.
Right.
And they can't, or they can get from over here buying it to be shipped, the theme parks. So like, if they'll collect the Minnie Mice from the LA Disneyland, and then they want the ones from Orlando, and they do look different. And then the Korean ones, the Japanese ones.
Yeah, park specific things. Absolutely.
Yeah, park specific.
Were you getting a bunch of that stuff, Star, when you were in Florida?
Surprisingly, no.
No?
I find more Hershey Parks and Harley Davidson plush here, and Heinz plush. Like I've sold the Heinz tomato plushies for like $40 to $50.
Oh wow!
I find those are the three things that started in Pennsylvania. If you didn't know that, Heinz, Harley, and Hershey, the three H's, they all started here in Pennsylvania. And
I find Harley. Yeah, that's cool.
I find those plushies all the time. I lived in Florida. I found Tommy Bahama and Columbia fishing shirts. That was it.
My Tommy Bahama I thrifted a couple weeks ago.
But I didn't really find a lot of Disney stuff. I think it's probably because it went really fast, and the thrift stores probably.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Or I don't know. All right, I have another question for you guys. Do you think that you should niche down or sell everything?
I need to slightly niche down.
Okay.
Because I have about $250,000 in car parts that I'm working through for my mechanic. And I need to get that done. But I'm working on mine because I'm working on replacing shelving to get more organized so that I can bring more home.
There you go.
So,
that is a continual struggle for me. I started in collectibles and I absolutely love it, but I could definitely see myself just being a bookseller. I really like the idea of running a book selling business. I love but I love sourcing. And when I go out estate sales and things like that, the idea of niching down, I can't fathom it. But then when I come and I'm actually trying to run my business here, I'm like, why don't I just have one product? I would be so much more efficient if I just had one product, you know, and cleaner and more organized. So it's a continual like struggle for me, which I don't have an answer for.
I could easily just sell hats. Like if I could just sell hats only, I would sell hats. But if I can make like I was saying, if I can make like $20 on something, I'm still gonna buy it. Most of the time, I'm still gonna buy it. But there's certain things I'd like to do more than others, like hats and then electronics and like old toys and stuff. Because if it's something that I don't care about, like I don't really. If I'm not into it, like I'm not gonna care about listing it or like selling it or anything, because it seems like a job. Who wants that?
My bills want me to have a job. I think it's a good mix of both. So hear me out. I think you should sell everything, but I think you should only sell 4 or 5 everything. So not niche down to 1 or 2, but be an expert in 4 or 5, maybe 6. That way you're not bored. You're bringing joy to your life when you work. It's enjoyable. And you're reaching a bigger audience.
Yeah.
If I only sold my costume jewelry, I'm not reaching the nerds over here that like the graphic t-shirts. And I'm not reaching the parents that need to replace plushies.
Yeah.
So I think niching down is a good idea, but not completely to one thing. Unless you have like some magic place where you can have a never-ending source of antique furniture that sells for $500,000 each piece. Well, then that would be all I would sell. But none of us have that. So It's what you can get. It's what's available to you. It's what is at a good cost of goods to you. And most importantly, it's what makes you happy. The minute something isn't making you happy, sell it like bulk to another reseller. Get rid of it. Because like Brendan said, who wants that? We're our own bosses. We don't have to do anything other than taxes. We don't have to do anything we don't want to do anymore ever again.
List.
Concentrating on one thing like I have for about a month and a half, 2 months. I had to go through all my cassettes. I had almost 1,000 of them to list.
Wow.
I'm almost done, and it's burnt me out.
For sure.
What genres?
Everything, literally everything. And I've been selling a lot. I just sold 2 days ago, the Rolling Stones. It was a cassette from Czechoslovakia for $60.
Wow.
Nice.
Sold it to some guy in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, anything from $5 to, $150, $200, you just never know.
Yeah.
But music's what got me on eBay, back in '99. I collected vinyl back in the day and Hot Wheels, and I got on and never left. So just turned into a hobby, and now I'm full time. Took me 25 years to get there, but
I thought that 20 was going to be something else.
25 years. Yeah, I was about 20.
Wow.
Yeah. I've been doing it. Well, I went full time for somebody else's, which you guys know about my
I remember that.
I do fishing business for a fishing company. I went full time almost 9 years ago. And then they moved the warehouse to 50 miles away. So I went to the back of the store, and now I do them part-time and I do mine full-time. So
Our friend Valerie had.
Not for Slovak.
Was it the one she was? Was it your husband? I make it sound bad, but I can't remember if it was her husband or the guy she dated. But he was a Slovakian, and she went to Slovakia.
Nice.
Very interesting. Valerie's a very interesting person. She has a lot of stories. Have you tried List Easier?
I haven't. I know who did. I know who started it because I talked to him last year. I used to follow all of his stuff on YouTube. But Josh is a good dude. I talked to him in Vegas for like an hour. He's a good guy.
Josh who?
What's his?
Do you mean Harry Tornado?
Well, Josh is one of the other people behind it. Might be whoever the investors are in on it, but yeah, Josh is one of the guys that I can't think of his name. He's from Canada.
Oh, not that Josh.
I don't know.
I
don't trash talk anybody. I'm friends with everybody. I don't care.
Yeah, I use List Perfectly, so I use that system and it was a game changer for me. So
yeah, I was on InkFrog for years, but because it was only doing eBay and Amazon, and I don't sell on Amazon, I had to switch.
Mm-hmm.
I've been with List Perfectly since the beginning. I was their fourth user or fifth. I came on when they were a startup company, and I've never looked back. And I came on when they were just a cross-lister, one item at a time, right? You guys now, we have bulk cross-listing, we have background removal, AI, batch listing, we have auto delisting. Oh, it's
sales and analytics.
It's like having 5 employees that work for me. Maybe I should put in my code and you can try it for 30% off your first.
All right.
There it is. I was waiting for it. There it is.
Yes, Silver Hair, you're correct. It's Josh Galt. And no, that is not his real name. That's the name he goes by, but that is not his real name. But yeah, he is a cool, very
that
tall.
That sounds shadier than meeting in a parking lot.
Yeah, I know it does. It really does too.
Then plush in the trunk.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh is a cool dude. I like Josh.
What's the difference between List Easier and List Perfectly?
List Perfectly is far superior to everybody else out there.
Oh yeah. Is it just another cross list or what? I don't know. I've heard the name, but I just haven't heard like.
I don't know. I've never looked into it to know what it exactly does. I just know it's another cross list.
I've never really looked into either, but
no.
The problem I have with the other cross listers on the market is they're just that. They're cross listers.
Yeah. We
have background removal, delisting, batch listing, inventory management. You can do your accounting with List Perfectly.
And the community, which is to me worth the price right there.
Yeah,
That's mainly what got me to stay, was being in the 24-hour room, hanging out, and just that's how I met you guys, right?
Having a live 411, a live human doing
so
411
much.
every single day to help you with answers, you know.
yeah. It's List Perfectly is so much more than just a cross lister.
It's an employee. It's like having an employee.
Live motivation.
And Reseller University, because you can go to the Zoom calls every day and learn something new.
Yeah.
Well, that was a funny thing. I went on, and then I went into 411. I never asked any questions. And Pat was like, "You got any questions?" "No, I'm just here hanging out." I learned more just from sitting there.
Yeah.
In 6 months, and I'm like,
so it's not a cross lister. It's an AI. But see, List Perfectly is a cross listing tool and an AI tool. It doesn't both. So I would be hard pressed to ever try anything else. You're never going to convince me that
Right.
LP has 50 things and everybody else has one or two. But you use what you want. I'm not anybody's boss. I'm just telling you how I think it's best. And not just because I'm an affiliate. I actually use it I've told Kelly, if they took LP away from me, I wouldn't know how to do my job anymore.
Yeah.
I rely on it that heavily.
Do you still go on trips for them or not?
No, I haven't been on a trip since 2023.
Oh, okay.
And can I tell you how much better my anxiety is now?
They sent me to Posh Fest this year. All I had to do was drive an hour.
Yeah, they sent me to Philly one year for eBay Open. I just don't want to go anywhere anymore. I'm old and I want to stay in my pajamas in my own house, and I don't want to fly, and I don't want to have anxiety, and I don't want to travel. And you guys, every time I come back from going somewhere, I came back with COVID twice, Lyme disease once. Last Lyme disease. So I don't want to.
This is every time you went on trips for them? You came back sick?
Every time I went anywhere.
Wow.
FlipCon, Boss, eBay Open, List Perfectly. Anytime I went anywhere, I came home with COVID pretty much, or the one-time Lyme disease.
It's from the airplane.
It has, and the rest of the year, I'm so secluded in my home and I don't go anywhere. I have no immune system.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a question though about trips.
It
What's your
wasn't
favorite trip you've ever taken?
Yeah, it wasn't a reselling trip, but I drove to Oklahoma.
It says for reselling.
Specifically says for reselling.
My stuff's local, so I don't drive anywhere. So I take advantage of the mileage when I drive somewhere else and do a little shopping here and there and write it all off.
For reselling, I've only ever gone to FlipCon and Boss, and I enjoyed both of those tremendously. Not as much for the teaching, but as for the fellowship and the community. I just really love the idea of getting to meet people in person, and just the inspiration and the motivation that comes out of it. So I highly recommend going to these events that are available to you. I have had jobs in the past that required me to travel to events on the other side of it, or I was part of the presentation. So I feel very comfortable going to those things, and I like traveling. So I wish that I could do more of them, but there aren't a ton of them out there, unfortunately. I wish there was more choices and more options, but like I only know of one that's even happening this year. And I think that's like next week, or that I can't go to that. And so, or the week after. So like, is there a trip coming up this year that we know about? Like,
they're having the reseller rally in Cincinnati again.
Okay, when's that?
September, I think.
Okay, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
I've never been to Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's nice. That's the only one I know of so far.
Other than me doing eBay Open and Posh Fest, I haven't done anything else. And it was the first time in 26 years that I even did eBay Open. I should, and it was only an hour from me.
Well, what was your favorite, Brendan?
I'd probably say the first one I ever went to, because it's like you work, you do this for so long, like you spend so many hours by yourself, and then you finally get to meet 200 people that do the same thing. It's like, it's like, oh, I thought I was all alone doing this, and then turn out there's other people.
That fellowship is great when you're meeting people that are doing the same thing that you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the first time we went to FlipCon. That's when That's when we first met.
Someone in the comments said I need to get out and get my immune system up. No, I'm really serious that I'm good now. So I spent 30 years in the healthcare field, and I used to work 100 hours a week in the healthcare field.
Ouch.
until I hurt my back. And then from 2017 through 2023, I went to approximately 6 to 9 reseller events a year. I went,
Wow.
if it happened, I went. And sometimes I
Yeah.
just went to visit people. I went to see Trish and Diane for their seller circles meeting and did a speech there. So when I tell you that I'm just tired and I want to retire from traveling and being out of the house and working, you know, I'm really just tired. I used to have a really good immune system, work in the healthcare field, right? But no, I used to travel and I used to really, really like it. And I had a lot of fun, but it comes with, and this is a whole other topic for another day, but it comes with a lot of anxiety and my own mental health issues. And it just got to the point where it's too much anymore. It's just too much. We
Right.
outgrow things, but I did enjoy where I went, what I did, who I met, the fun I had, the friends I saw. I would have to say my favorite was the camp, the List Perfectly camp event in Phoenix by far. And I've gone to FlipCon, Boss, and eBay Open, and just smaller eBay seller circles. By far, it was the most organized, best put on, best food, best speakers,
Nice.
best camaraderie. I mean, everybody in the List Perfectly community is really close. That was my favorite. And it was also the last one I ever went to and the one I came home with Lyme disease from. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. 2 weeks in the hospital. But I really did have a good time. I just think sometimes you just get older and you're done.
Right.
You're tired. I just want to be in my office, and I get plenty of social interaction. I'm on a Zoom call every day, more than one. I see my friends. I hang out. I'm not lonely. I'm okay, guys. I just don't want to go out there, okay?
I don't like peopling anymore.
That listing camp is one of the few that I missed because I was trying to go and I just couldn't make it. But yeah, I heard it was really good time there.
It's the best one. It was Trish mostly did all of it herself, and it was better than an eBay Open event.
So why don't they continue to have that?
They're busy.
It's a lot.
I pass. I'll talk to you later.
Ah, okay.
The
real tea is later.
That one's for you, Brendan.
Yeah. Not that I know of, because it was gonna be May or it was gonna be April, and then some things come up. So if it happens, it'll be in the summer. But there's nothing set in stone yet that I know.
Is that an event that everybody goes to, or no?
Yeah, it's just how many has there been? 2, and we usually have it in April, and just nothing's been.
It's already March. Let's get on it.
That's what I'm saying. That's all. I don't know. I can't say for sure if it's even going to happen.
In case nobody got the memo, we're already into March in 2026.
I know.
Yeah, how did that happen? How did that happen?
First quarter is almost done.
Yeah.
I was buried under 3 feet of snow and -12 weather, hiding out. That's how it happened.
Me too.
Well,
not 3
You're
feet.
getting it worse than me.
It's like 80 degrees here every day, so we're practically starting summer already. It's crazy.
That's gross.
No.
That's too hot. It was 60 degrees today, and it had just finished raining. And I went for a walk, and I'm like, this is great. Just a little bit of sun peeking out, 60 degrees, that cool air. That's why I live in Pittsburgh. That in the fall. The autumn's here. Beautiful.
I was going to say you're into that Halloween weather, so.
You're into the Halloween weather.
Yeah.
It's called autumn.
You know what I mean? It always like rains on Halloween, or it's always like, I don't know.
It's dark and gloomy. And
Yeah.
everything's orange and brown. And all right, we don't have any more questions in the chat. They're not very questiony tonight. So tell me, where are your favorite places to thrift?
My choices are hit or miss. Honestly, it's a record store where I get a lot of my music.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, because I'm a music guy, you know. But yeah, around here, Goodwill's going up and down like no tomorrow. Savers is expensive.
They are, right?
Yeah, and it's too far away for me anyway. But yeah, I don't have that many. I mean, even I have an outlet's 20 minutes from my house for Goodwill, and I don't even go to it. A Ben's location, I don't even go. It's right at the airport, literally 10 minutes from my house.
This is what I'm talking about.
Nobody likes Brendan.
Nobody likes me. I'm telling you. Tell you, they only come in here to say negative things.
Well, that is why we're friends, because I hear that I'm also an acquired taste.
So for me, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
For me, the hierarchy for me in terms of what I love or where I would be able to spend my energy would be church sales, the library book sales every year, estate sales, and then I have a few Texas high bid auctions for collectibles, and then I have a few local, I guess they call them honey holes. They're thrift stores, but they're not like Goodwill or St. Vincent's. They're like independently owned little dive stores, but they just happen to have some like fill a bag sale, you know, on this day of the month. You feel like there's one that is very local to me that, and everything that they make goes to feed the homeless. So, I mean, how can you not support the store? And when it's fill a bag for all their clothes, it's fill a bag for $10 and it's a garbage bag. Wow. It's not like a little, you know, shopping bag. It's a sandwich bag. 30 pieces in there for $10. And all the money's going to feed the homeless. So it's like, it's just a win-win, you know?
Nice.
So that's my hierarchy. Now you know why I have a hard time not sourcing. There's too many choices.
Yeah. I think I like garage sales. I was gonna say garage sales, estate sales, and I like going to other bins that I've never been to. Like I have one 10 minutes from me, and it's so hit or miss, but it's so easy just to stop there because like I go to the post office to ship out, and it's right down the road, so I just stop there, you know. Anyway, but yeah, definitely other bins that like I've never been to, and I like when we go to meetups, we always hit the bins and stuff, and just to see like what I can find or like what other people throw away and stuff like that. I don't know how many bins are in the country. I want to go to every single one.
Kristen, a rural squirrel, does her whole YouTubing that way. She goes to the different bins across the country.
Yeah. I think the best ones I've been to was in Vegas because it was too much. Like every rotation, there was good stuff in there, and I had to like step on my suitcase to zip it to close it because I was shipping that much stuff home. Yeah, so
the bins in Dallas is definitely worth going. It's huge.
That's awesome. I'm going to tell you where my favorite place is the source, but first I would like to address that Molly says she loves Brendan. Brendan, she also loves me, so there's no accounting for her taste.
Oh, okay. So
Molly just loves me. She squeezes my cheeks.
You don't squeeze my cheeks.
Well, mine are.
Oh, okay.
Mine are like hamsters. They're good to squeeze.
Okay.
You're looking at my favorite place to source right here, in my chair, in my office, in my pajamas. I like.
Nice.
What did you say?
It must be nice.
I order 90% of what I source is ordered online, or I buy out of the resellers.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the thrift once a month, but it's a field trip. I run the local eBay seller circles in Pittsburgh. We all go together once a month. I get stuff. It's 99-cent a day. Like if it's $1,
leave the house, folks.
Yeah, I do leave the house. I actually more than people realize by the way I talk. But I do go thrifting once a month, but it's not my favorite. I like to like spend a couple hundred and have a couple thousand pieces just show up at my front door.
Yeah.
And I can just work on them. That's my favorite.
Well, and that's where Whatnot has come in, because if you're picky and you're paying attention as a reseller, you can source on Whatnot really well.
Oh my gosh. So I just pre-recorded a video today for tomorrow. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel, hit the bell so you're notified. I bought 104 swimsuits on Whatnot, and I started unboxing them, and I talk in that video about what I bought, and we comped a few to check them out. But I talked about the importance of learning how to source on Whatnot for resellers. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a good video because I think it's a new viable source where resellers who are offloading pallets are getting the money they want, and that's good for them. And then we get what we need with room, meat on the bone, so to speak. And we're supporting other sellers rather than supporting big box stores and auction houses. So we can all support each other.
Absolutely.
I got very excited about that. Let me tell you about Whatnot, because you can go in there and buy a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff. I also pre-recorded a video on how I am actually on a thrifting ban now because I have too much stuff.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, how much did you buy this time?
I just bought 104 swimsuits, but I'm still working through the 250 pounds I bought.
Yeah.
And I haven't touched.
Up close.
Yeah, I have 50 pounds of jewelry.
Wow.
I bought out 3 of my friend Jenny's Whatnot shows and haven't touched it.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 throw-ups. And we won't talk about the 8 lawn-sized trash bags full of Goodwill stuff dating back to last August that's still in my SUV.
I've never done ThredUp. I've heard people source on ThredUp, and I've never done that yet.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's good.
You said 8 bags of clothes. That's excessive.
Not really.
It is, but
8 bags.
because it's been in there since August. I never brought it in and washed it.
Yeah.
Because it sits in the trunk, and then Keith's like, let me know if you need me to bring it in so you can wash it. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I bought 4 thread-ups. Oops, now I bought out Jenny's 5 shows. Oops, now I bought 250 pounds from Lori. Just leave it in the car. I'll get to it in 2028. It'll be fine.
It's all stuff you thrifted?
In the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
We go on 99-cent day. So
yeah.
if you think I don't come out with 200-300 pieces,
Yeah.
right?
That's fair.
That's fair. It's fair. And my friends help me because of my back. They help me load it in my car. They're really nice. My friend Karen's really a good friend.
That's cool.
I don't know,
right.
because the last time I got through a pile and COVID happened, I didn't have any inventory.
Interesting logic.
I had no inventory.
I
was picking up inventory like every day, like because I was doing curbside pickups, and like people were just getting rid of stuff for free. So and I was just taking everything. Like there's nothing I couldn't sell in COVID. Like I was selling.
Golden age of reselling, wasn't it?
It really was. It really was. Yeah.
It took off again pretty good.
It really was. It was the best of times, she said with nostalgia.
Despite all the death and destruction.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
It was a great
The
time.
golden age of reselling. Regardless of what else was happening.
Legit though, I could not keep anything. I was selling.
Hey, Brendan,
everything
that's
I had.
for you.
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
All right, we got 2 missioners. What do you call yourselves?
Michigan.
I call myself Brendan. Yeah.
Well, I'd probably call you a smart ass, but
yeah, Michiganders. No, it's Michiganders.
Michigander.
Yeah.
All right. What is the weirdest item you've ever bought because you just had a feeling it would sell, even when the comps said otherwise?
I have no idea where to go with that one. I mean, other than the bass amp head that I bought. I don't know. Or how about a piggy bank I saw on the top shelf for Lion King 2 that nobody was picking up, and I sold it for almost $200.
Ooh.
Wow, that's great.
I love Lion King.
For plastic. I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
For me, I do comp a lot, but what I tend to do is I will fight sell-through ratio. And if I want something bad enough, I'm willing to wait with it. You know, I do a lot of collectibles. I do a lot of one-off odd, books and DVDs and things that, like, if I were to comp them accurately, the numbers would say, well, don't buy that because there's not a good sell-through for it. But like I just bought a DVD, again, library book sale. I'm getting things for 6 cents, 10 cents. Margins are never an issue. And I sold the DVD for $79.99. Because it's random, it's one-off, it was unique, it's wonky. Like I look for stuff like that and I'm willing to sit on it. And so those are the things I go with a feeling, and what I'm fighting is the sell-through. Not so much the money, although the margins, margins are usually pretty good, but I have to fight. Like, I'm going to sit on this for a year, you know, or is it something that's more of a functional, like I should buy something that has a good sell-through rate because that's what I'm taught is the right way to do it. No, a lot of stuff I buy because it has a feel. I feel like I like it. Somebody else is going to like it. A collector is going to want this. I'm going to show that, and then I'm going to get it to its right home. And that's a lot of what my store is.
I remember like, I don't know if it's weird, but I was buying like Kim Possible VHS tapes, and there was no comps like sold or listed.
VHS?
Yeah.
I just sold 36 VHS on Poshmark for $200. Somebody just bundled them, like, get them out of here.
Wow.
It was so much different stuff. I was like, okay.
But I don't know. I just had a feeling like they would sell it. Like I said, there was no comps or none listed, so I put them up as a lot, and they sold it like 24 hours for like $25.
That's awesome.
So, and I got the tapes for what, 15 cents a piece.
Yeah.
Well, can't beat that. But now I source more for Etsy than I do for eBay, just because like I know it's gonna. I don't know. People buy weird stuff on Etsy, and so I just go for it. What do you say now?
Snap!
That's what I'm talking
Shots
about.
fired.
He messaged me that earlier too. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Watch that happen twice in a row."
Well, then I would think that you were just doing it and lying to me.
Yeah. No. I
right.
wouldn't do that.
The weirdest. I don't know that I source weird things. Like
you're not buying used dentures because they'll sell. They really do. They really do sell.
I don't know. Those gross me out. I used to have to put them in people's mouths in my old job.
Yeah.
I had a memory. Sorry. I don't know, because I just like look at clothes and jewelry, and I buy what I know sells for me. You know, we've all heard from our friends some of the things we sell. They're like, "How do you sell that? Like, I can't give that away." So maybe that's what mine would be. Like, I sell Walmart clothes, plus size women's clothing. I pick up a lot of things that people are like, "What would you do that for?" And I'm like, "Because for me, it sells."
Yeah.
But there's really good brands that people say are great, and they sat in my store for. I just sold my last pair of Maybe jeans from 4 or 5 years ago, and that's supposed to be a really good brand. So I don't know.
I don't really do well with clothes in general. They just like I pick up vintage, but like Walmart clothes, I would not. That's something I would never buy because I'd never sell it.
Yeah.
You got to get the plus size.
Okay.
And they got to be cute. Like, you can't buy a plain blue plus size t-shirt. It's got to be like a blouse, like a ruffled sleeve and little design.
Oh, well, I don't sell women's clothes either, so
It's got to be cute. What's the one item you plan on reselling but was just way too cool and you had to keep it for yourself? Whilst you guys answer, I'm going to go grab it.
I have a lot of those items. I'm just trying to think. I'm like, I don't know if I can part with this. And then that's how I have a hoard now, like a collection.
Yeah.
Like a hoard.
I mean, stuff I collect for myself and then just sell it off eventually because I had too much of it. I used to collect Hot Wheels, sold off everything of that. Then I just went to nothing but Ferrari collectibles, sold off 90% of that. Now I only have stuff as far as that goes. I mean, I dumped off my vinyl collection for $400, got $100,000 because I had nothing. I got tired of moving it. We used to move a lot.
Yeah.
I've been a collector my whole life. It's why I went into this world, because I love the idea of collectibles and getting people the things that they try to collect. Having said that, there are some things, like specifically like Breyer horses or things that I love. I will still sell them, but I will list them very high so that I can keep them for a while and make someone that really wants it get it. Oh, see. Oh, I also have a cookbook collection, and I like very like random cookbooks, and so I will sell those, but list them higher so that I can use them and hang on to them for a while. So I still sell what I'm bringing in, but sometimes I will list things higher and just be okay with it. lasting a while so that I can enjoy it too.
For me, I think it's vintage toys like that I grew up with, and I know they're worth something, but I was like, I just can't let it go because I haven't seen this in 30 years. So, but it's not just one thing. I have a lot of those things, but like I said, that's how I got a horde of random stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just because just for the memories, but mostly toys for sure.
Yeah, I have a lot. I'm going to show you my 2 favorite though, but I'm like Kelly. I like something, but not enough to keep it. I'll list it on the high side and let it hang out on my desk.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a couple guys hanging out with me right now. These guys are cute. They're like little raccoons. So, like, I can put stuff on my desk or back somewhere in my office, and they can hang out with me till they find their home. But these 2 dudes. No way I could sell him. He is so cool. And then he had to have an arch nemesis.
Did you get those together?
No.
No.
I got him separate. This is a Build-A-Bear Stormtrooper.
That is adorable.
And of course, I love Yoda. Todd knows I have bought Baby Yoda spoon rest from him for my Star Wars themed kitchen. Yeah, these are my 2 guys.
So long, I just sent the rest of them to you because I knew you would need them eventually.
Well, listen, I broke my first one.
I'm like, you know what? Here, she'll hold off and put them away and break another.
I will.
Why not?
I break a lot of stuff all the time, but yeah, these are my little friends. They live in my bedroom. I love them so much that I just threw one on the floor.
I did get this accidentally in a lot, so that sits on my desk. Little Scooby.
Oh, he's cute.
I love me some Scooby.
Oh yeah, I got like this little hamster. She got a dress on because she fancy. She came in like a toy lot, and she hardly comped for anything. And I love hamsters, so she lives here too. She's soft.
My desk is a mess. So
I was going to say earlier.
So all of us are like, it's toys.
Yeah,
but Todd, you have a nice gallery behind you, which is cool. Yeah,
collection of cars on vinyl.
Your Ferrari gallery.
I have probably over 500 records with just cars, trucks, motorcycles, parts.
See, that's a nice collection to have.
Yeah. There used to be a lot of it on the wall until I put my cabinet in. Now I have to find somewhere to put it all. It's all stored away again.
I was gonna say earlier, I was surprised that you sold that Five Nights at Freddy's plush. I feel like it's something you would hang on to.
I never really got into that video game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was before I saw the movie and realized my boy's in it, Matthew Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I've never
that
seen
was.
the movie either, but...
It was probably 20. I lived here, so it had to be 2022. But I never really got into Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
You'd think.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah, but I like the movies, both of them, and Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich are both in the second one. It was their first reunion since Scream in 1996.
Mm. I didn't even know they had more than one movie.
Oh, they're good. I mean, they're cheese. They're horror movies. Kelly and I were talking last night. When you go to a horror movie, you're not looking for an Academy Award winner. You're looking for some thrills and some popcorn fun. That's all. Mm-hmm. And I love them. Love them.
There you go.
We got this question. No, I think I just wanted to put this up here and let everybody read it. But don't tell anyone. I'm going to pin it here so everyone can read it. And we all know.
Sorry.
We all know your dirty little secret now.
I don't know.
I've been on eBay since 2002, and I actually didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure you can sell that stuff on Whatnot on the Buy It Now, if you have a Buy It Now section.
Interesting.
So if you have anybody listening has a horde of sex toys you need to get rid of.
You're going to demonetize me, bro. Oh my gosh. I had a friend. Some of you might have remembered him. He was one of the OGs on Lives Perfectly community. Glenn, oh my gosh, I can't remember his name now. He was the coolest guy. He was from Canada originally, and him and his wife had moved to Texas. Well, he bought a blind storage unit, and it was full of swings and whips and gear and costumes. He would hold listing parties to show everybody what he was.
How much did you get it for?
Wow.
I don't remember how much he got it for because we were all just flabbergasted about what was in there. It was like a dominatrix storage unit. It was
Did
crazy.
he buy the storage unit blind, or did he get the pictures where he kind of knew what was in
No,
it?
it was blind.
Wow.
He made a lot of money off
I
of
was
it.
gonna say something so expensive.
You're already in it.
Oh, I can't. I feel like such a bad person. I can't remember his name. He was so nice. I met him at camp, which was my favorite event.
Mhm.
He was the funnest, and he talked like a Canadian, eh? He had the like typical. We would make fun of him, and he was just a great guy. But he had to go back to work full time.
Oh, okay.
Gwen.
I have no idea. I don't know who that is.
That's okay. I'm sorry if you're watching. I loved you. I just can't remember your name because I'm
What are
old
the
and I'm.
comments
Did
if
you
you-
hear earlier when I'm old and I'm tired and I'm just done with everything?
Mhm.
Apparently, I'm losing names now.
I'm always forgetting names. But I'm
Me
bad.
too.
Yeah, I'm like, I remember my own name.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing.
I have to go through everybody's name before I get even one of my kids right.
Hmm.
Thoughts on promoting? Does 2 to 6% help? In your opinions, also, do certain categories require different amounts? Thank you.
I just went 3.5% across the board. I don't know if it helps me at all, but that's all I put it.
I was at about 5.5 or 6% across the board until this new event occurred. And at the end of November, I decided to turn off promoted listings on certain categories, like my one-offs, my collectibles, things that I'm really not competing with in the market. I turned them off entirely. And then the ones that like books, clothes, shoes, DVDs that I am competing, I have it at 3%, straight 3%. I don't do any dynamic anymore or pay-per-click because those were just getting so high. I was penalized heavily in my sales when I first did that, but it's coming back. So I feel like it just took some time to like, and things are selling organically because of it. I mean, yeah. So everyone has to choose for themselves, I think, based on what you sell.
I promote, I don't know, only when I got to compete. Like even if it's a high sell-through rate, there's a lot listed. That's when I promote. I don't go more than like 3%. I used to do like based on what eBay recommends, and that was a mistake because they take a lot.
Yeah, it got up to like 12-15%. And like categories that are media, you're already paying 15%. I mean, it's crazy.
Right.
And you can always turn promoted on if something's not selling,
But I don't do it by categories. I just do it by the item, and like if there's not a lot listed, then there's no need. Like if there's 5 listed, why do I have to promote that?
You're on the first page anyways. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just depends what it is.
Unfortunately, everything I sell is super oversaturated and super competitive. Kelly and I were just talking about this last night. Y'all ready to get your minds blown?
Yes.
Before the change, back in December, when you were still only paying if the person who clicked it actually purchased it, 10% of my overall sales were promoted listings. 2 weeks after the change, 90% of my sales. And I really feel like it's because I'm a public persona and my store is public and my channel is a teaching channel. So everybody's in my store looking, how does she take her photos? How does she do her titles? What is she list things at? Which is fine. I've always been open. You can look at my store if you want help. But that many people clicking, I went from 10% to 90%.
That's insane.
I still haven't changed anything though. I do everything in my store at 2%, period. Because if I don't, I feel like it would really be detrimental because of what I sell.
Especially if you sell stuff like Walmart plus size clothing. I feel like that's such a, I don't know. Like there's so much of that on there, I would think.
There's so much of everything. My 3 best-selling brands of jeans are American Eagle, Gap, and Old Navy.
I will say, whatever you decide to do it slowly. you know, I turned off categories. I would never tell anybody else to do that. I only did it because of the timing of the way that those things were changing. And I knew I was going to take a hit, and I did. So if you're going to make any changes within your promoted listings, just do it really gradually.
It's good.
Yeah.
There you
Don't, because you will, if you go from this to this very quickly, you're going to see many ramifications and you'll be pushed down in the algorithm.
Which I was, and I knew that was going to happen. So
you just got to do tiny little increments.
yeah.
Hey guys, any changes in listing with the seasons changing now and your goals going, oh my gosh, it's already almost Q2.
I know, it's crazy.
I'm 80 years old. What's happening? Yesterday was 1980. Why?
I still listen to my 80s music every day, so I'm still there.
Right?
84 movies is where it's at.
I just list as I list. Seasons never really matter to me. Just pull it out and list it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not a big seasonal person in general. I don't really have any kind of roller coaster with seasons, so I just list things as I can get them. Like several of us, I did buy a bunch of those bathing suits as well, and so I'm feeling the pressure to get those up as soon as possible. But other than that, most of what I have can pretty much sell all year, and and bathing suits sell all year too. But yeah, I'm for my goals for Q2. Some of my friends know I'm actually going into a change where I'm going to be moving, and so I'm looking at physically how my inventory is sitting right now, what needs to maybe be stored, and what needs to like be pushed out quicker. Those are the kind of goals I'm looking at Q2 is physically moving things around. And then when I move, I'm going to do a physical inventory on everything during that process, because I mean that's the best time to do it. So that's going to slow me down in everything else in my business, but I think it'll clean everything up and keep it organized too. So that's my Q2 pretty much in a nutshell.
I start listing like things like for spring, like baseball bats and gloves, and like now, or like I started listing that stuff like last month because people are going to be looking for it, and I'm already selling it. I'm already starting to sell some of it. So I usually always source, like I buy seasonal stuff all the time, like if it's like a season before or after, because people still want it. So I've always done like that. My only goal for Q2 is for it to be better than Q1, because my February was awful, really bad. So I don't really have too much of a summer slowdown anymore. So I'm just gonna keep sourcing and listing, pretty much.
Yeah. Normally I'm the same. I do prioritize. So I buy big wholesale lots, and whatever gets pulled out and put in the washing machine and comes upstairs is what gets listed first. I don't look through the boxes or anything. I just put everything in the garage, and whatever's on top is what gets dug into. But that said, if out of the same box I pulled out shorts and coats, depending on the time of year, I will prioritize one or the other. And I did buy those swimsuits. So they're a priority right now. I have my listing scheduled for 21 days ahead of time. So what I'm going to do with these swimsuits for the time being is add 5 or 10 a day, just as bonus extra listings to the ones I have scheduled, and keep scheduling my regular stuff on the end. And I'll grow a little bit. I wanted to stay in maintain mode, but hey, I guess we're getting up to 6,000 listings this year. But that's my plan for Q2, is to prioritize. I have a bunch of DVDs and swimsuits, so I want to put those in on the front, keep listing on the back, and hopefully grow to 6,000. And go through some of this. I overbought. I don't know if that noise is. It's not me.
It's
not it. Not it.
It's here.
Not me.
But that's it. I just want to get. I have so much shit and stuff everywhere, and I haven't seen this much of a death pile since 2020, right before shutdown, when I said enough. I'm listing it all. And I can't seem to stop, because then I hear somebody's having a whatnot, and I'm like, oh, hey, What's in here?
No.
I had to shift to doing nothing but my cassettes because I had so many of them. Now I know I have just my CDs. I have about 3,000 to 5,000. I got a list.
So Todd, let me ask you, since you focus so heavily on one product, did you find that that's kind of where your sales were, or were you still selling everything?
It was still selling everything.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Which is funny because I out of nowhere I started selling vinyl and CDs again and the VHS and jackets. Just
Well,
everything. So,
the good news is we're coming on tax return time. So
which is working on that.
Q2 should be good for all of us. Hopefully.
How long does it take to list that many CDs?
Well, for me, it takes a while because I'm pretty picky because as a collector,
Yeah.
I started using Discogs to put all of the track listing in every listing I have.
Okay.
Because people look for songs.
Right.
And so I have to copy and paste all that, delete stuff out of it, stuff like that.
Do you use AI at all for that?
No, because I have a certain way. Because with pretty much all physical media, there is more than one condition. You have like for cassettes, you got the cassette, you've got the insert, and you have the case. It's the same with CDs. It's the same with vinyl. You have to have everything conditioned. So, and I, as somebody who collected for 40 years of vinyl, I never paid attention to that. I bought it to listen to it.
Yeah.
But if you collect it, I have to make sure I have everything there.
Do you test the high-end stuff?
Okay. I got too much to test it.
How long did it take you to do all the cassettes?
It was almost 2 months.
How much?
About 2 months.
Wow.
Okay, you're pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm almost done. I got
Yeah.
I got like 40 left to finish off, and I'm done with my cassettes.
Well,
And that's what's behind you right now, correct?
What's that?
Oh, look, you lost his power.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's all cassettes and CDs, but that's only what's listed.
I really like your little pull-out.
Oh yeah, they're the open top boxes.
Yeah, I really like the way you have the inventory done. That's nice.
So, I mean, with my cassettes, I put them in here.
Is that Uline?
Straight up and down. I don't know the fishing company that I do this stuff for.
Okay.
It's their warehouse.
Oh, he's back.
But I alphabetize everything.
I knew somebody was going to say that too when I did that.
That would be me.
So they're alphabetized, they're not alphanumeric or skewed?
No, I just have them A to Z.
Oh, okay.
So when I I got a stuff I just bought and I'm putting it in, going to be listing it, and it's going to go in alphabetized. So that's how I find it.
Okay.
That's how my collection is.
So this comment, there was a news story just the other day about VHS and cassettes making a comeback. I've literally just had this conversation with Todd last week. I've had it with Kelly. I've had it with Keith and several other resellers. These Gen Z kids are so jealous that we grew up in the 80s and the 90s. Because these Gen Z kids are buying VHS boom boxes with cassette tapes, VHS tapes, and the granny core aesthetic is very popular. I'm selling old 80 brands on Depop, which is like a Gen Z platform. Wow. I'm telling you, these Gen Z kids want to live through the 80s and 90s vicariously because they know it's the best decade. And if you don't believe that, I don't care. I'm Gen X. I don't care what you said, your mom. But it actually is getting very, very popular.
It never went away from me. I mean, I've been collecting it since I was 12 years old. So, and I have my actual storage for my collections, an 11-foot wide, 9-foot tall cabinet that I built in. So
9 foot tall.
Yeah, I got 9-foot ceilings. So
dang.
Yeah.
Wow. You got one more question here.
I was gonna say real quick, they sell in those kind of stores that those kids buy from, like clothes. They sell the cassettes and then the vinyl in there now. That vinyl's not cheap. Not cheap.
They even like the grandma clothes. I'm telling you.
Do they still have Tower Records? Because that would be so popular right now if they were still.
Only in Japan.
I don't think so.
We killed our brains with Aquanet. Yes, we did. Hair up to hair.
I had me some Aquanet, man.
I love it.
Yeah, Tower Records folded years ago, but they're still in Japan.
Okay.
That's
If
awesome.
you want to know a good documentary about Tower Records, All Things Must Pass is an awesome documentary.
What's it called?
All Things Must Pass.
I grew up with Tower Records in Sacramento, so
Let's see. I'm looking up Aquanet on eBay to see how much it'll go
It's
for.
hairspray, man.
Yeah, I know it is, but I'm just saying I want to see like if it
it's
somebody has the
the
vintage stuff.
cheapest hairspray that there was, and
Flame
you would use like so much of it.
And I swear, just getting a brief smell of that.
Your hair would get crunchy.
Core memories. Core
There's some
memories.
from the 80s that sold $40.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
See my bill here, Brendan? That's about how
Yeah.
far my hair used to stick out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, mine used to go like that high and then out.
That nice little wave coming way out here. And
I had like the perm I have curly hair normally, and it was really curly, but I would use the Aquanet because then it would stay in control.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had like crunchy worms on your head. We all did.
When did they stop making that?
Blue and pink can, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Whenever
funny when he looks up Aquanet, but he's looking it up as a comp, not because he wanted to know what the product.
Yeah, no, that's all I care about. Yeah.
That's
So I know
a true reseller for you.
So I know if I see it, I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
yeah,
I would,
if you ever see that at
definitely.
a state sale, if you ever see
Yeah.
like White Shoulders perfume, that's got a
Yeah.
core memory growing up. My grandma always wore it. That goes for a lot now.
Oh, I've had do you guys remember Skin So Soft? The
Skin So
Avon?
Soft?
I have bought those from estate sales and made like $25 a bottle on them.
Yeah. And Avon, old Avon makeup and
Mhm.
skincare.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And down memory lane tonight, guys. I don't know if this person meant this just for Todd as his most popular genre he sells, but we're all going to answer this. We're all going to say whatever our most popular sales are.
I have everything from classical, country to heavy metal, hair bands, new wave, you name it. I buy it all. As far as music goes,
But
same
what
with movies. I
sells
don't.
the most?
It's all over the board. It's just whatever people.
So you're saying within music, the genre itself is all over the board.
Yeah, I sell everything. I don't. Especially if it's worth money, but yeah, if I'm buying it for a quarter or 10 cents, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'll just flip it for even if it's only $5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only paying 10 cents for it.
Do you know what category you sell the most of offhand?
Right now, it's music.
Okay. Kelly?
Statistically, my highest selling category is books. And I think my most popular genre within books is cookbooks, possibly because I search for them myself and I list them and I like doing that. I also sell a lot of Bible and faith books because I have access to those here. Again, my prices and my cost of goods are really good. And then I also really love to sell arts and crafts. I've been in the arts and crafts industry for 30 years and I have access to things. It's not a high selling category for me, but I'm passionate about it and I know people that are passionate about it, and it's very popular, but there's not a lot of money in the secondary market for it.
Cha-ching.
I heard that.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Was it
It's a
Mercari?
Mercari sale. I told you all Mercari.
What?
I ship
Yeah,
one thing a day, pretty much.
You're the only person I know that sells on there. I mean, like, I got stuff on there, but mine is dead. This is dead.
It's a Mercari sale.
That's awesome.
Do you do really well with church cookbooks, Kelly? Because I
You
find
know-
that stuff all the time and it flies out the door.
Yeah, church cookbooks can sell really well. I find that I will get them when they're in better condition. Sometimes those are the ones, because they're not usually bound very well quality, that they fall apart. And for what I'm paying, again, I don't really get the ones that are falling apart. But I have no problem buying cookbooks where people write notes in them, because to me, that's just telling you which are the good recipes to go to. I just picked up one of this last weekend. I picked up one of the original Betty Crocker binder notebooks, like from the 50s. And there's some condition issues on that, but that's I paid 20 cents for it. Because I went to a book sale and I paid $50 for like 9 bags of books.
Wow.
And so they ended up being like 20 cents a book. And I got a lot of vintage books that are going to require me to look them up, but that was one of them. So 20 cents into what, 20, 30 bucks maybe I'll get out of that.
That's nice.
How much was that Betty Crocker book worth?
How much is it worth? I haven't comped it yet, but I have sold them in the past that were newer, and they're worth like 20, 30 or so. This one is an old one though. So let me I haven't comped the stuff I just bought last week. Go ahead.
Please.
Mine is probably electronics and media, I would say. Because media, like I find that all the time at the bins, all the time, and it costs me nothing. So, and I just, I comp everything because I don't want to take home even one thing that's gonna waste my time. So, I'm very selective in what I buy. But yeah, a lot of media, especially on Etsy, and then my vintage is Etsy, like half and half, Etsy and eBay, I think. So, and when I say vintage, like I only pick up like vintage hats or like t-shirts and stuff like that. Nothing, I don't know, nothing too crazy.
So I think statistically right now it's jewelry is what I sell the most of. And that sells consistently across the board. Someone just asked me what my Mercari sale was. It was a $20 heart pendant.
Okay.
Cool.
So Miss Tempting Treasures, that's what I sold on Mercari. I think I sell the most jewelry, but I sell a lot of jeans. It might be evil. What I sell is evil. No, equal, because I'm a volume seller, so I have half dozen or another of everything in my store. But I feel like if I think about when I'm shipping in the morning, I feel like I'm packing jewelry the most.
And how do you pack something like that pendant? How are you going to pack it?
Well, I'm glad that you asked.
She doesn't even have to look. She's going to bring it.
I'm frugal. I cut my bubble wraps into 4 squares.
Mm-hmm.
And I should show you how I store it. My jewelry gets stored in these little bags with their SKU number on it. I roll it up on itself and stick it. Roll that into the bubble wrap. And then depending on how big of a piece of jewelry it is, it goes in one of these. Okay.
I was thinking a box for some reason, like a small box.
If I sold real jewelry, maybe, but a $20 piece of costume jewelry, you're not getting a box.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want a box, don't buy from me.
There you go.
It's costume jewelry. It's not going to hurt it.
So I'm going to correct myself. It wasn't Betty Crocker. It was Better Homes and Gardens.
Okay.
A vintage in the 60s. It looks to be anywhere between 30 and 50. For 20 cents is not, that's not bad.
No, not at all.
All right, we've got one more question from the chat, and then I will have the final 2 of the night. They're not scary, but it's fun to talk like that. How do you feel about the eBay notifications when your package arrives at the customer's home?
It's annoying.
Yeah.
You need to know when it gets there. Only they do.
That's the only reason I turned on my that's the only reason or way I could get my cha-ching back. I had to turn on notifications, otherwise like it wouldn't make any sound when I got a sale.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I'm not a fan of the bombarding of the same notifications. I think that they should at least change the chime so that it doesn't make it seem like you have a message coming in, because it does make you perk up. They know that you're trained to hear that message, that it's an offer or and it's just telling you that it's shipping. I'm like, of course it's shipping. I shipped it, so I don't need you to tell me it's shipping or delivered. So I'm not a fan of it. I also wanted to say, when we were on that call, Liz O'Kane's call a few months back, mostly about the promoted listing thing, but eBay was there and they asked the room, which had like almost 100 resellers in it, how they liked the notifications, and overwhelmingly nobody wanted them. And yet here we are months later and that hasn't changed. So, I mean, I think it would be very sufficient to have like an end of day summary. You don't need to tell me everything I list. You don't need to tell me everything that's shipped. You don't need to show me all my labels. just summarize one email at the end of the day that does it all, and it probably would save them energy too. But I mean, when you become volume, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's worse things. I mean, there's worse things, but I'm with Todd. It's not something I need or want.
So I agree that it's annoying, but she wanted to find the positive.
Oh, okay. Well, the positive is, yay,
we know you got it there safe.
Mm-hmm.
We know the neighbor didn't steal it. Well, wait, no, you're just being let known it was dropped off.
Yeah, we don't know
Not
for a
being
fact that
negative
the customer has it. Yeah.
We don't know the neighbor didn't steal it.
Yeah.
Until they message us. This never arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a few of those with the fishing store yesterday. When I looked, I'm like,
yeah,
go to your post office, dude. Scanner shows within 3 feet of where they left it. Go deal with it yourself.
Well, here's a positive too. If you do have issues with your postal carrier, which my postal carrier I absolutely adore, but he has a day off every week, and on his day off, there's a subcontractor that fails continually. So those days I have to go to the post office and I will get the receipt. But if you were to have some of that situation and you are concerned about your postal carrier scanning, especially now with their new rules where they don't necessarily have to scan till they get it in the system or into the main building, that would be a positive to have that, or not cha-ching, but that little ding ding come through like, okay, it's scanning. I'm good. I'm within my metrics.
I'm a volume seller. It's annoying. And it's not as annoying as Mercari's though. Mercari likes to tell me your buyer is so excited. Yeah. The item is on its way. How do you know how my buyer feels? Maybe they're an asshole and everything makes them angry. You don't know that they're excited.
I feel like I don't think they're excited. They look at it when they buy it. They're just like this.
Yeah, that's probably what they look like. And here I am because I sell on Mercari. We just established that. So between all the platforms, by the end of the day, I'm like, I'm gonna throw my window out the phone or the phone.
Window out the phone. I want to see that.
It's a lot, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But could we do like a daily wrap up, like Kelly said?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a small seller, the positive would be your item is
moving.
Yeah, it's moving. And if they do report it lost and they open a case, all you have to do is supply that tracking number and you're covered. So there's your positive.
What's more annoying to me is the Poshmark one that when you ship and say you've marked it, it for some reason for me, and I don't know if that's true for everybody, but it doesn't consider me having shipped it until the postal carrier scan occurs.
That's why I don't mark it.
And it's like, okay, I get it that it's not actually in transit or in custody to the post office, but stop telling me that I haven't shipped something. I've literally marked it. I've ordered your label and I've marked it shipped on your site. So why are you keep telling me, don't forget to ship, don't forget to ship. I'm like, dude, I've done everything. It'd be different if I used an off-party site like, a pirate ship or something. But when you're doing it on their site, why are they bothering you with that? That kind of drives me crazy.
Well, I was at the meeting and they said they wanted to specifically annoy you. You, Kelly.
It's just me. Okay, thank you.
They're like, let's just no, I'm just kidding. All right, I got 2 final questions. The first one is your best advice for a brand new seller.
Do your research. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Definitely.
I like how Todd said something sage and then he nods. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, we're all in LP. People come in all the time and ask questions. We're always there to help out. So if you know anybody that's selling, don't be afraid to ask them a question. Most of us have no issue with helping you out.
Sometimes we learn from other people's questions. We think, you've been going down a path and you think you know everything that you're doing. And then someone comes along, you're like, oh, I never knew that. That's new.
For 26 years and I still don't know what I'm doing.
I was selling on eBay for years and years and years and years before I got a thermal printer. I don't know why. For some reason in my head, I thought they were more expensive than they were. I thought they were a bigger deal. Like I wasn't at that level. I don't know why that was in my head. And the day I got it was a game changer. I would tell everybody, if you are starting out as a reseller, set aside some money. You can get them for under $100. and decent ones for under $100. Put your first $100 into that, because not only is that a game changer for time, energy, effort, it's more professional, and you're going to save a ton of money back into your pocket by using the discounted labels. I don't know why it took me so long, because it just wasn't something that I thought was the level I was at. And then when I did, I was like, that was crazy.
Besides the waiting in line at the post office,
Absolutely.
You're not having to buy a printer and tape and ink and paper and spending 3 days just cutting it and taping it down. It's like,
and I think because you hear about these people that get like the Dymo and they're $250. No, mine is $89. Mine was $89, and it's still working today after like 7 years. I mean, I buy good labels. I buy roller labels, but you know, I absolutely would consider that for a newbie. Don't wait on that. Whatever money you can get, just put that into it right away.
I would just say buy stuff that sells, don't buy it because you think it's cool, because then you're going to end up sitting on it for 5 years. And cross list. Put your stuff everywhere you can, because you never know where it's going to sell or who's going to see it. So yeah, if you just do, I mean, you could, when you start out, yeah, you could learn, just learn eBay and stuff, but why, it's better to have your stuff in front of 7 platforms of people instead of 1. So I've sold stuff that I was sitting before I was cross listing. I just sat on it, and as soon as I started cross listing, it started moving. So definitely a game changer for me. It's cross listing.
Mine is to learn shipping. You should learn shipping before you even start selling. And probably more important, get a good inventory system in place. Those 2 things should be first. And that way, when you start selling, you can just pluck your things out without any stress. You know where they're at, and you know you're shipping, and you don't have any. I see that's where most new people struggle. They don't have a good inventory system, and they don't know shipping. So they're losing items, and they're paying too much for shipping. And since that's the last 2 things you do before you technically make your money, those are very important. They go hand in hand.
It's absolutely essential too. And I was on that note, I was thinking everyone has to learn this by their own mistake. We all make mistakes, and that's sometimes the best way that you learn. But don't bring anything home to list that you don't know how you're going to ship it.
Yes.
Or I've made that mistake, because I think, this is so pretty when you're caught into wanting to list it and wanting to sell it. And then when it finally sells, you're like, oh, I don't have a box that big. I have to go buy one now. And then you've delayed, or, oh, I don't have enough cushion. Or I've obviously, after a time, you start building those things up. You start saving boxes, getting bubble wrap, getting the pool noodles and all the tissue and all the things. But in the beginning, it shouldn't be a barrier to entry, but think about it. Think about, if you're going to sell something, how are you going to ship it?
And do you want to ship it?
Do you want to ship it?
Something I asked myself.
That's the biggest question.
I'm like, I don't want to F around with that. Not buying it.
Especially if I got to Frankenbox it, probably not.
Yeah, I've got a lot of things that I won't buy again just because I don't want to ship them.
Exactly. All right, our final question of the night. I need you to give us your last piece of wisdom for the people and where we can find you.
Wisdom for the people? As in what?
Give us some advice. Give us some wisdom, Todd.
Well, I gave
the knowledge.
Yeah, don't be afraid to ask the questions is one of my things. We're all here to help. It doesn't matter where you're at. Although there are some resellers who refuse to give help, but I don't agree with that either.
But we don't associate with them because we're not.
No.
Exactly.
All of my knowledge, Valerie. I don't. Like I said, I've been doing this for 26 years and I still don't know what I'm doing. Be patient. I mean, do your research. Don't just buy, like you were saying, Brendan, don't just buy anything and everything to sell it just because you think it's cool. Start with your stuff at your house before you go buy anything.
Yeah. That's
the one thing everybody always reminds me to do, because I have a lot of it around here and I don't need to go shopping anymore. So,
especially when you got $250,000 in car parts.
Car parts, yeah. He doesn't think it's that much, but it is. Okay. It's car parts, books, magazines, everything he collected from the guy he bought before it, bought the business from, everything. It's just lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I would kind of go to like, what is your foundation for wanting to be a reseller? If you enjoy having your own business and doing your own thing, which is what I like, maybe continue to sell items that you are passionate about or that you enjoy and you want to sell these items and get them to their new homes. If you find yourself just going for the things that make money, you're going to have to really have a good why in running a business, because otherwise you're going to find yourself just struggling, bored, frustrated, and you're going to maybe not enjoy what you're doing as much. I have a lot on my plate. I've got a lot going on, and I still continue to really enjoy this every night. And it's because I like having my own thing. I like having my own business. I like having collectibles. I like the passion that I have within this world. So it's actually a reward for me to do it rather than taking away from the rest of my life. But you kind of have to remember what your why is in doing that. Otherwise, you're going to struggle.
Y'all are forgetting where we can find you.
Oh, Todd, go ahead.
Me? You got my link tree in there. I can be found on Instagram, even though I hardly post anything on it. I have 3 Instagrams, actually, that I never post on. I had a YouTube channel at one point. I still have it. I just don't put anything on it. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I sell under the same thing, Curator of Thrift, on all platforms.
Thank you for putting my link tree in the chat as well. I appreciate that. I am the Artful Journey on all platforms with the exception of eBay, because it's so old, which is Collection of Memories is my store, because it was collectibles and scrapbooking. But the Artful Journey, you can reach out to me on Instagram or any of the platforms. And thanks for putting me in the chat. And thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
For me, it's just big time flips everywhere. Todd and Kelly both said what I was gonna say, so I would say connect with other sellers, like especially in person, like because once I started doing that, I was like, man, well, I'm not alone in this. But just don't come home with Lyme disease, like Star. Don't do that.
Yeah, 0 out of 5 stars. Don't recommend.
0 out of 10.
Oh wow.
I'm here every week, so if y'all don't know what I'm about to say by now, I don't know how to help you. Work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
Super important.
True.
Prioritize what is important to you and don't become a workaholic. And if you want to work all the time and that's your gig, take breaks. Go for walks. Make sure you're eating, drinking your water. Still make time for your pets, your friends. See, I put animals above people. Your pets, your friends.
I would too.
Animals are the best. So you find your work-life balance. You can find me here all the time. 10th and Main. I guess I should put that link in as well. 10th and Main is another YouTube channel where Kelly and I and 6, I can't count, some of our friends and us, we sell, and we're about to make some changes over there, I think. We're having a meeting tomorrow night, and I think we have some very exciting things coming for you. I'm on Whatnot all the time. I'm everywhere. Find me. Flippin' Hippos on all the things reseller community related. If you want to find me selling, it's Hippo Hut.
There you go.
I guess that's it. So thank you to the panel for being here. I appreciate you guys coming and spending.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you so much. And those of you that came and watched us live, thank you so much. If you're watching the replay, I appreciate you too. Just make sure you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button so you can help me be seen in the algorithm and feed my hungry hippos. Gotta hit those buttons and feed my hippos. I do have one more announcement before I let y'all go. I am only scheduled out through April, so don't wait around for me to reach out to you with an invitation. This is an open invitation to the entire reselling world, minus like 2 assholes I don't want on here. If you want to come on this channel,
hell yeah,
reach out to me. You don't need to be a TikTok star. You don't need to be YouTube famous. You don't need to be anything other than I want resellers on here who are willing to sit and chat for an hour and a half and answer questions. If that sounds like something you would have fun doing and meeting some of my other friends and hanging out, reach out to me. I've sent out hundreds of invitations. I'm tired. Just reach out to me. Everybody except you know who you are. And
Todd, at least it's not us.
Yeah, right.
and we'll get you scheduled. And if you've already
Not
been,
the Alpha Hotel that she didn't want on here either.
what did you say?
I said, I know I'm not the Alpha Hotel that you didn't want on here. That's my clean way of saying a-hole.
Oh, I'm like, what the fart knocker are you talking about? Okay, so if you want to come on, you're a reseller, you think you'd have fun hanging out, let me know. If you've already been on and you want to come on for a repeat performance, that's cool too. We're just all here to talk, chat, hang out, learn from each other, answer questions, do all the things. And have a good weekend and find your work-life balance this weekend. I challenge you to take a break and do something fun. Until next time, we will see you. That doesn't even make sense. But we're going to have Kelly walk us out because she's learned how to admin on StreamYard. So she's going to push and stream.
I just want to say real quick, thanks to everybody that came through tonight to give me negative comments. I really appreciate that very much.
That was the best part of the night. Thank you.
Well, YouTube has proven that even negative commentary pushes you up in the algorithm.
Well, there you go.
True.
Even for a Michigander.
Well, as long as it's all about the clicks. It's all about the clicks.
Someone's going to a scrapbook event this weekend. I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I'm
should have
jealous.
been.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful
Goodbye.
week. Be blessed. Have a great week. Get your sales out. Get your listings out. And stay out of the rain. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.